welcome back to the CBS.TV Big Ticket. We are just a couple weeks away from the high school football season to really get going here. Two-a-day start with the big schools tomorrow. That's why we got Chris Perry from the Tyler Paper and ETFinalScore.com here. JT, Robert E. Lee, Longview, they all went through spring ball, so they start practice tomorrow. How excited are you? I know the Paper guys, y'all been working hard getting your special together, but new era for both Lee and JT here. Kind of unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, two new coaches. Yeah. And for Robert E. Lee, new coaching staff, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. They're excited. They're very excited about the possibilities. And John Tyler, even with a new head coach, they are so loaded. I mean, on paper, when you look at them on paper, you almost could place them in the state championship game right now.
Yeah, picked three, I think, by a lot of the magazines to be number 3 in a 4A. But you know, they've got it all right there. Let's go back to Robert E. Lee here for Coach Piskey. What does he have to do, like starting tomorrow with practice? I know he wants to put his stamp on this program, and they've been struggling a couple years. But what do you expect out of Coach Piskey?
Well, I put in my story that's going to go in tomorrow. They're only having one practice each day. There will not be two-a-days, and I think it's just something it's this coaching staff. That's the kind of thing they want to do. Quarterback-wise, they're not quite sure. Quarterback, they had an injury during spring ball. They've got a couple guys that are going to be working out a quarterback, but really, I think that they just want to score points. I think they want to move the offense. It's been
something that's hampered them the last couple of years.
It's been an offense that, I'm not saying it's been stagnant, but it's been an offense that hasn't scored the kind of points that they want to. Of course, you got to have a strong defense too. I'm anxious to see what these new coordinators and this head coach put out there on the field.
All right, they get it going. Of course, on August 31st there. That's on the first Friday night of the season. Back to John Tyler here. Speaking of scoring points, they're quite good at that.
Yes.
Greg Ward, Freddie Ross, you can just go down the line. If there's one thing maybe these guys are if there's any worry, what is it? I love their confidence. I think it's something you got to have this day and age, but is there one thing you would be a little bit worried about?
That they're not going to be tested enough until they get tested. I mean, I think in non-district they're playing some good teams. They're playing Lufkin, they're playing Lee, they're playing some teams that are really going to. But then in 4A, I mean, Corsicana, some of these teams I think may give them a test, but that's the trouble. I mean, when you've been beating everyone by 45 points, what happens whenever you really get into a good tough ball game? But I'm putting on the record. I think this may be the year. I think they're going to come through this year.